This just in. The internet tears a new asshole for Onision. Stay tuned for further details. Oh yeah, let's see what's happening on the internet.
You're about to get fucking decimated. Feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of political...
Oh god. Do we really need another video on this, dickhead?
So, what's up?
Feminism isn't needed in the Western world.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I've got to take this call. Hold on.
Or so that's what a lot of you fucking idiots keep saying.
Come on, don't you have balls to lick?
If you are an anti-feminist, you might want to click away from this video, because you're about to get fucking decimated.
Come lick my balls.
Feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of political, social, and economic equality to men.
And here we go. The dictionary meaning, once again. Unbelievable. I could look up the definition of Nazism. Doesn't say anything about gassing Jews. The point is, Onision, the actions of the movement is different now to what the definition claims.
Keyword equality. Now, the reason I have to point this out is because people say stupid shit like egalitarianism is better than feminism, even though it's basically the same thing.
No, it's not. You don't need me to explain it to you, do you? Because you've got the definitions in front of you. Fucking read them.
They both call for equal rights. But for some fucking reason, despite the fact that they're basically the same thing, you guys can't get over the fact that it starts out with fem.
As in female.
The word defined starts with fem.
Far be it for me to point out the obvious, but Onision, there's your first clue.
I am very turned on right now.
So I ran a fucking poll.
You ran a poll on Twitter. Fucking genius.
And over 1,000 people voted. 69% of feminists believe that women are equal to men.
But you're right. Females are equal to males in the West. So how about you take your feminism over to where it's needed?
Trap, I tell you it's a trap.
Allah Akbar!
So the mass majority of feminists follow the fucking definition of feminism, and your main argument against feminism is that feminists don't fit the definition.
Your small selection from your Twitter poll does not represent the mass majority, and it's more about the actions of the group than the definition of the word. Now, Onision, first wave feminism was needed. That was back in the 19th and early 20th century. Now, the second wave feminism, that was in the 60s through to the 80s, that was kind of needed too. We're not disputing this. Now, this third wave feminism isn't needed. Women have achieved everything that they possibly could want. They've got equal rights, they've got equal pay, there is no wage gap. You can look into the wage gap yourself and find out that it's a load of fucking shit. Feminism now is about female supremacy, not equal rights. We've got that, at least in the West. If feminism is needed anywhere, it would be Islamic countries. But because of political correctness and cultural tolerance, you won't see any of them over there. They'll turn a blind eye while millions of women suffer. Yay, feminism. And how do I know all this? Because I actually do research, not like you, with your Twitter polls and Tumblr facts.
You see feminazis, which are extremists, and your fucktard brain mixes that up with regular feminists.
Alright, so you've got an idiot and an extreme idiot. There's no difference. Both are idiots, and both deserve to be locked away.
That's on your inferior intelligence.
Onision, did you watch your video before you uploaded it? Don't talk to us about intelligence.
Your problem is you prioritize your closed-minded personal experiences over the fucking truth.
It actually sounds like you're describing yourself.
If the literal facts don't match your personal experiences, you fucking ignore them.
That's exactly what you're doing. The facts don't match your view, therefore you ignore them. You are describing yourself.
And that is why, in this moment, you should be humiliated.
No, that's how you should feel. For listening to false facts provided by the feminists instead of going out and doing your own research. Fucking idiot.
Forever standing against feminists, the mass majority of which have literally been supporting exactly the fucking message I've been arguing all this time.
Wow, dude. That's a long time to be stupid. Look how much time you've had to find out the facts, and you're still dribbling on with this bullshit. You are fucking stupid. No, you really are stupid.
And because I know you're so fucking stupid, even now that you've been proven wrong, you still won't admit your defeat in the fucking comments.
Well, that's because you haven't defeated me. When you have, I will gladly post in your comments.
Because that's the type of fucking person you are. You're a fucking scumbag liar.
I haven't lied about anything. And who are you calling scumbag? You don't even know me, cunt.
Who doesn't care about the truth, only their personal agenda, against a group of people they don't even fucking understand.
And now it does sound like you're talking about yourself. Again.
You say feminism is not needed in the Western world.
Oh, absolutely. I do say it's not needed in the Western world.
This is one explanation of what the Western world is. And here's a map if that wasn't clear enough. We're talking Australia, Canada, United States, UK, etc.
Ironically, the opposite of what you're pointing out are the places that feminism is needed.
Speaking of the UK, according to this, women still cannot serve on the front lines. That is not equality, and that calls for feminism.
According to that, oh, listen up, you little maggot. If they were still forcing young men to be recruited for war, you'd be one of the first people lining up at the doctors to get yourself a medical certificate so you can get out of it. So would it be more egalitarian to have women on the front lines? Probably. But there are obviously concerns. Besides the obvious physical strength, do women want to be on the front lines? And if they do, they must accept that if they're captured, they're not just going to get tortured and killed. They'll get raped as well.
Apparently, some people have tried to oppress women by implying men should pay less for healthcare than women.
You are obviously in need of some training. Women pay more for healthcare because of the following reasons. They generally live longer than men. They use the healthcare system more often than men do. You got things like maternity care, pregnancy, things that men don't normally deal with. So you go to the hospital and doctor more often, you pay more. It's simple economics. Obviously something else that you don't understand.
Another example of why we in the Western fucking world need feminism.
While walking down the street, men still have to worry about being harassed or if they're going to be in danger. They're not immune to that. And some men even get catcalled. So what's the fucking issue? Men catcall to try and get attention. You know, it's an approval, it's a compliment. You know, it's a biological thing. We want to get the attention of the female. I bet you most of these feminists that are upset about being catcalled are ones that are ugly trollops and wouldn't even get the time of day from a guy. Unless, of course, you're a beta male.
The US women's soccer team gets paid disgustingly less than the US male soccer team.
Are you really that stupid? More people watch male soccer. Therefore, more money comes in. It's based on how many views you get. Yeah, the women's soccer team may have brought in a lot of money, but they didn't bring in as much as the men's. And that's what you don't seem to understand.
Apparently in Texas, maxi pads and tampons were being confiscated before people could enter a courthouse, but for some fucking reason, people could still hold on to their goddamn guns.
Wow, Onision, you're really stretching, aren't you? There was an update to that story, and that update was posted in 2013. Do your fucking research, you dumb cunt.
Another marvelous point. As far as health insurance goes, a ridiculous amount of people object to women getting drugs related to the reproductive system. And yet when men want drugs related to the reproductive system, it's completely fucking fine. Individuals literally protest against things like birth control being covered by insurance, but not vasectomies and penile implants.
One's about killing babies. Why are you misrepresenting things? It doesn't help your arguments. Or are you just too stupid to understand what you're reading? That has to be it. I mean, you're a feminist.
Yes, anti-feminist. There is no need for feminists in the Western world, is there? Despite the fucking obvious inequalities.
The female nipple is an arousal point for most men. The male nipple isn't. You'd understand that if you were a man. You're making this too easy for me.
In this country, we allow rapists to sue for custody.
Women get custody by default, therefore the male has to sue for custody. So are you saying that feminism is gonna fight so that men can have custody by default? Nah, I didn't think so.
The definition of slut itself specifically states that only a woman can be considered a slut.
That's because men have to work for it and women don't. Next.
You know that tradition in our society where a man is expected to ask the father for permission?
Well, you truly are a dumb cunt, aren't you? I can't believe how uneducated you are. The man had to provide everything. He's asking the father for permission. It's a courtesy. It's done now just because of tradition, not because it's sexist. God, you're fucking unbelievable. The more I watch your video, the stupider you become.
In the Bible, it specifically states that women were created for men.
Alright, I'm going to cut you off right now. In my opinion, religion, all of it, it's all crap. Doesn't matter what religion it is. It's up to you if you choose to believe. However, what you're quoting is actually from the Old Testament. And the Christians don't live by the Old Testament now. They live by the New Testament. In the Old Testament, they were under law. The New Testament, they were under grace. I'm not religious, and even I know that. I mean, this just shows you how fucking stupid you are.
So I've proven that the majority of feminists believe in equality.
No, you didn't. All you did was run a Twitter poll that your own followers voted on. That doesn't prove anything.
And I've also provided many examples of why we still need fucking feminism in the Western world.
No, you haven't. Rewatch my video if you don't believe me.
So if you have any fucking decency, you can accept your defeat in the comments below.
You haven't defeated me. I'm still waiting for this decimation.
But I'm betting you won't, because you're a fucking disgraceful human being who likely cannot admit when you're wrong. So fuck you, you stupid piece of fucking shit.
Aww, you mad, bro? Do you want a hug? Come on, give me a cuddle. No? Oh well, suit yourself.
Call me Deadpool. It rhymes with no school. Too cool, ain't no fool, and I'm the best that there is at what I do.